The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, happy to be here with my partners, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal.
Bye, Ernie.
2K Sports welcomes you to the...
Tell him sit down.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And so off the tip, it's Toronto. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. They've got Markkanen, Green out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Durant, and it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here is Holiday. Here's Embiid. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. Embiid's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for Toronto.
And the Timberwolves, a team that is evolving how you imagine they would with Tibbs running things here. Deliberate approach on both ends of the floor and really looking to dominate the rebounding margins.
Here is Rondo. Just 5 on the clock. Knocks it loose. Embiid with the steal. Anthony against Durant. Anthony kicks to Smith. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Greg, in the areas you just talked about, rebounding and pace, the Timberwolves are very much where they want to be.
Yeah, the team just looks to make the most out of their possessions and try to beat you through efficiency. They have players that can get easy transition points when the opportunity presents itself. But in general, they aren't trying to speed the game up.
Durant and Joel.
Hold on. Just noticed something.
Embiid pulls it. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
You know, it seemed like once it went to overtime, the confidence from both teams just really seemed to go in opposite directions. And unfortunately for them, they were on the wrong side of that equation.
And, you know, Greg, that's the case a lot of times when you have an uneven matchup like that. I mean, the longer it stays close, the more the underdog starts to believe it can win.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Mirotic is checked in.
And this is what you get with Embiid. A real scrapper, even though he's a big, skilled, talented guy. He's an energy guy as well.
Now here's Durant. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Nice shot from the wing.
And deadly from pretty much anywhere on the court. Durant is a relentless scorer.
And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle, but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
Here is Durant. Michael Beasley picking up that last basket.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
And the shot goes in from Embiid.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. Minnesota making a switch. Lopez is checked in.
What the hell? Guess I should kill it.
Called first of the game for Minnesota. And for Joel Embiid, some real tough times to start his NBA career. Greg sidelined, as we know, for the first 2 seasons.
I guess someone was on the Wolves
and just
switched
when he
up.
got going in season 3, he was dealt a knee injury.
Yeah.
Reset their roster, so
It has not
I guess the coach is wanting to fight me on
been
that.
easy. And
For
remember,
sure.
Joel
Let's hire that
Embiid
coach.
is so competitive. You know, he came to the game late, but fell for it hard. And this is what he lives for, to be out on the court helping his team compete.
Mirotic is checked in for Minnesota. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Man, Durant is a flat-out baller, showing off his wily strength on these tough finishes. He's a thin guy, but he's a strong guy.
Lopez, he's checked in for Mirotic. Now, here is Smith. Beasley dishes to Smith. Beasley sets a screen for Smith. Back to Beasley. Rondo with the steal. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. The drive by Green. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Toronto leading by 3. Now Smith. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. There's the pass to Anthony. Beasley the screen. Anthony kicks to Embiid.
Wait, what the?
And good that time.
And you can see.
Why does this keep happening? That's just becoming a headache. It's just like, nah, man.
See how comfortable Embiid is, feeling like nobody can guard him in the paint. And he's right.
A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for Toronto. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break.
This will probably be the game where I burn all the Bulls timeout, or Timberwolves timeouts on.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment.
And, you know, Tom Tip.
Grant Rondo. It should be Laurie, Green, and Mirotic.
Here's Rondo.
What the? This dude's just wanting to fight. This coach, man. Coach, please.
On the court for Minnesota. Rajon Rondo is out there with Green. And it's Durant. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Lopez in at the center position. And the Timberwolves call time here. And defense something that this Timberwolves team has struggled with prior to the arrival of Coach Tom Thibodeau. At the end of last season, they started to turn things, Clark, in the right direction.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, you figure with Thibodeau, it's just a matter of time before his team becomes one of the better defensive teams in the league, because he demands that you play that end of the floor all the time in the right way.
Takes a shot at the elbow, and it's Green. Missing. Toronto leading by 5. Anthony, the pass to Holiday.
If you weren't paying
Beasley
attention,
outside.
I just saw Lopez get right back out.
Smith on the
He's going to
way.
be sitting on the bench. They're not on the bench. They're going to be sitting right there by the court area, court side.
The 19-foot shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Green dishes to Rondo. Green kicks to Durant. Mirotic, a screen on Anthony. And it's Rondo in the corner. Off target with his three. It's stolen by Green. From 11 feet away. Green missing again. Anthony, the pass to Holiday. Out to Anthony. For the three. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Anthony's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Toronto. And beyond his ability to shine on the basketball floor, you have to commend Carmelo Anthony's effort, Greg, to get NBA players and other athletes more involved in making the world a better place.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done, but guys like Melo see what is beyond the world of basketball. He's spoken out as well as done the legwork of being active in his communities, and a lot of charity work for Melo. It's just nice to see the maturation process play out.
Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. And Smith with the stuff.
I really like seeing Smith get it going from there. I mean, a polished offensive player who can get his shot off. With ease.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Minnesota calls timeout. This their first look at this year's Toronto. Squad. Lopez, he's checked in for Minnesota.
A chance to check out stats for Rajon Rondo, how he performed last season. Averaged 7 points per game, 6 assists
really wants to
and
force
5
this on me.
rebounds.
I'm like,
and
no.
his playmaking really stands out. Making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
Mirotic is checked in for Robin Lopez. Timberwolves trail by 10. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, analytics has taken over the NBA.
Truth be told, I'm not even watching the
Minnesota
game anymore.
coach
I'm
and
just watching
president
Robin
of
Lopez
basketball
right now,
operations,
too.
Tom Thibodeau, says it doesn't tell you everything. He said analytics can measure a lot of things, but it's very difficult to measure drive. The magic is in the work. Kevin?
And Tom Thibodeau makes a good point, D.A. Analytics is certainly helpful, but it doesn't capture everything. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Lopez is checked in. That free throw good from Durant. And Clark, if you're a...
It's becoming such a pain. I actually have to start using Timberwolves timeouts.
player on a cold streak, either in a game or over a couple games, does that tend to stay with you and get in your head?
You know, it's been so long since I played, Kevin. I would like to think that it did with me because the games came so fast. You're playing 3, 4, 5 times a week. You don't have time to loiter on a good game or bad game because the next one is on top
For
of
whatever
it.
reason,
So I typically was able to get on to the next play within
the
a
Wolves
game
roster
and to the
set
next
itself.
game after
I
the prior
think
game.
someone required a
And
player
good
off the Wolves,
passing, setting
like
up
their
a lot of
bench.
these buckets right now,
So,
Kevin. That's been
that resets their
Time dropping
positioning.
device is what I
So
call it.
instead of
Yeah, it's a nice
Markkanen
pass. I
and
will give you
Mirotic
that.
being the
Yeah,
front court,
he's on
it's
the
trying
money,
to
there's no
force Markkanen and
Mirotic sets the screen for Green.
Lopez.
Rondo
And
kicks to
yeah.
Mirotic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Toronto leading by 10. Anthony dishes to Smith. Embiid the screen. Smith kicks to Holiday. 43 seconds left to play in the first half. Over Green. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Toronto, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Lopez, he's checked in for Minnesota. Rondo with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. There's a good screen. Outside Durant. Over Anthony. And no good trying to get that one. And so it's Toronto. 13 points up. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following half.
It's the 2K Sports
The first half in the
show.
books. This is Ernie Johnson. It was Joel Embiid who got hot in the first. He had 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 steal.
Can I just
And
point
big
out
fella,
the
let's get your thoughts
Kevin
on the home
Durant,
team.
Well, what's really shifted the
Timberwolves,
game in their favor has been their
all 8
rebound.
points.
They got a good edge on the boards, and that's
Joel
a product
Embiid
of their
actually
hard
outscoring
work.
him
All 5 guys been
and the
battling,
team.
putting everything they have to fight.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
Durant needs more help.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Joel Embiid has been... Timberwolves trail by 13, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Toronto right now, they've got Anthony. Embiid is out there with Beasley. And it's Smith, and it's Holiday in at the 2 spot. And the shot goes down. 10 points for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high, makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Beasley kicks to Embiid. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now, doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
Now here's Markkanen. Covered by Beasley. Here's Rondo. Good work defensively by
Rondo.
Smith.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Timberwolves trail by 13.
And when Mirotic first came over to the NBA, he made a big splash, showed that he can act as that stretch 4 and contribute. Unfortunately, he just hasn't evolved as a player since that rookie year. And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms
All I'm
of
saying
shooting
is
the
Beasley did
basketball.
stay with this man
He
and
can
did
bring
try
them
to
right
help.
back into this game.
Smith the pass to Beasley. It's stolen by Rondo. And now Minnesota on the fast break.
Trade Beasley.
Rondo with the ball. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And he trims the lead to single digits. Green's got his first points of the night.
I think that was the
And for
first bucket
Mirotic, a
by
lot of his
anyone
lack
other than
of
Kevin Durant.
progression as a player has come from inconsistency.
And you can see it in his field goal percentage as well as when he plays. It needs to find more consistency in every facet of the game. But young enough, I think, to still make that happen.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. LeBron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, a jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. DA, thank you. Smith dishes to Beasley. Back to Smith. Beasley the screen. Anthony on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Beasley sets a screen for Anthony. Takes the three. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Great screen by
And
Beasley.
Anthony is certainly capable of
As soon as they get scored on, or
but he has to respect that quick release.
get
and
blown
out.
out next possession, this possession.
50 seconds left to play in the third. And Mirotic kicks to Durant. Out to the wing. The shot. Toronto grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Durant with it. Beasley covering. Durant the pass to Rondo. The dish to Markkanen. Shoots over Embiid, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And the quick trigger of Markkanen is impressive. He's got such a fluid release, too, especially on these catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Here's Embiid. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
That's what they want. Good look from the mid-range game, hey, but unfortunately they came up empty.
And so it's Toronto with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Bye, Ernie. Come on, Ernie. We got a game to
And
scream,
now we'll
Ernie.
take a listen into the recent huddle from Tom Thibodeau.
Keep the ball moving. Quick decisions.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. Here's Smith. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Durant is out there with Mirotic. And it's Green. And there's Robin Lopez. And it's Rondo in at the point guard position. Green kicks to Durant. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The shot's good from Smith. Smith's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Toronto. Clark, if you were coaching a team, you had one shot to win a game on the line, which player in the league would you want to take that shot?
I like a lot of guys for last shot circumstances. LeBron James is always on my list. Kyrie Irving is at the top of my list. Damian Lillard is a killer. Isaiah Thomas, the little big man, is phenomenal. And those kind of late game situations, but I think I'm going to tip my hat to Kyrie Irving. Uncle Drew is my guy.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Markkanen's checked in. Durant against Anthony. Durant dishes to Lopez. Back to Durant. Just 5 on the clock.
At this point, we're going to leave it.
It's over Embiid. Durant with another miss.
The inside just a bit too congested for
There
him
is
to
like
get
35, I
the
think.
usual shot he would have.
Well, for sure,
with rhythm.
35, 33 would not work.
Smith kicks to Anthony. Anthony missing again.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Now here's Markkanen. Tight defense on him. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Impressive awareness from Markkanen. I mean, down on the block there, really good job of using his height to get his shots off.
They set the screen. Beasley with the screen on Rondo. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Anthony. And that's 15 points for Joel Embiid. And the Timberwolves call time here. And Joel Embiid from the time he started playing basketball in Cameroon through the University of Kansas. Clark, he began patterning his game after Hakeem Olajuwon.
Well, it sounds like he's a visual learner because he got a DVD of Hakeem and said he watched it almost daily. Their stories are similar. Both started playing hoops relatively late. Both are from Africa. And you watch the gracefulness of Embiid's moves inside. Easy to see the influence of Olajuwon.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Green, the pass to Rondo. Here's the screen. Outside Durant, fires the 3. Again, Durant missing. Toronto's gone 4 tonight from Portland, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Smith kisses to Holiday. Embiid kicks to Holiday. Beasley sets a screen for Holiday.
Great screen,
Durant
Beasley.
with the steal. To the middle. Rondo passes to Markkanen. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And it's a completely new group for Toronto. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Emeka Okafor. He's checked in for Markkanen. Williams comes in for Kevin Durant. Rodney McGruder's checked in for Green. And Tony Parker subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Dellavedova kicks to Beasley. And Johnson now top of the key. Here's Isaac. Back to Johnson. Toronto working the ball around now. Shot clock at 5.
Oh, there's 2 Beasleys on Toronto.
Beasley for 3. And again, Toronto no up.
Trade that one.
Minnesota with the ball. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Magruder. Outside Williams. Fires the 3. Timberwolves keep it alive. Pass to Magruder. Shoots the 3. Can't hit that one. So it's Toronto winning this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
So how much fight did what's-his-face put it on? Let's see, so 45 and 33. That's probably one of the first few 10 by 10s we've had, or 30 by 30 we've had. Melo and Beasley both with 15 each. Beasley almost had a triple-double. Hashtag keep Beasley. He also had a dunk. Durant, yeah, he jammed out, and Rondo and Mirotic did nothing. Let me just point out that Rajon Rondo stat line on par with Kevin Love, 0 for 6. Ooh-wee. Ooh, that's rough, buddy. Huskies kind of just lit up within the paint, and I'm digging a little. Looking outside the 3-point line, you got that make, then you got that miss with a make, and you got that other miss with a make, then you got 2 misses with a make, but then you got this lone little miss by itself out in the perimeter. Look at the Timberwolves, they're gonna get going. All those 3-pointers missed. It's brutal. Excuse me.